Hello! I'm doing this quick little video for Sisa on Twitter who had posted, can somebody show me how to draw Kuroo's hair? And I figured, why not me? Because if you know about my experience in the Haikyuu fandom, I have drawn Kuroo a lot. So I've had a little bit of experience drawing Kuroo's hair. And so I'm just going to show how I draw Kuroo's hair. And here is the line art of a commission I did, a Kurotsuki commission I did a little bit ago. So I'm going to use this as an example, and I'm going to kind of cheat and just kind of walk step by step of how I did this. So, if you want to see what my sketch, which is scary, starts out as, it's literally just that. A whole bunch of I don't know. And somehow it turns into that. I don't know, but it happens. So here is, let's see, I'm going to actually turn down the opacity of this, and now he's kind of bald. And when I draw Kuroo's hair, actually when I do any line art in general, I'm on, God, what is this program called? What is wrong with me? Clip Studio Paint. Okay. I use the darker pencil, and I have it where the density is only at 85. So it's still a little bit, like if you go once, it's not fully dense. You'd have to go over it a couple times for it to be dense. I kind of like that because it like tapers off. But anyway, enough rambling. I don't do anything fancy with my brush sizes. I just do 15, and I just do really small strokes when I want them, and then big strokes when I want them to be big. So I have the pressure. Wait, is that a thing? Do I have pen pressure set a certain way? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just draw. Okay. Anyway, usually when I'm drawing Kuroo's hair, I start with his hairline. And so here's when I do just the little like streakies. And this part I usually end up having to go back and adjust because whenever I add color, oh God, whenever I add color, for some reason, it just looks wrong. So I add his little streaky things. Usually I let some of them kind of go over his ear. And I'll often go down to his neck as well, which in this one it doesn't look like I really let it go into his neck, but, and then, whew, I bring it up. And the best part about Kuroo's hair, in my opinion, is it's so messy, or it's supposed to be so messy, that it kind of just doesn't matter a whole lot. Like, I hate this bit right here, but we're gonna go with it. His bangs are my favorite part. I will always start right here where it meets the hairline, and I do the little phew, whatever that sound effect was. It was completely necessary. But I always will bring his bangs down, and oftentimes I'll even just come over here and kind of make it all just connect. I like drawing little pieces of hair, which I won't lie is a pain in the butt to color, but I think it's worth it. Anyway, I make this side little pieces flip out, and then I'll add texture as I go. I started doing this with Kuroo's bangs to make it look at least, oops, at least a little bit, not realistic per se, but, you know, his bangs got to be somewhere. So that's what I do here, and I kind of make some of them flip out a little bit, over here, over here. His hair is just messy, you know what I'm saying? And it all comes up to a point in the back. So that's why these will be sticking out. Over here, again, I'm just literally doing spikes sticking out, all messy, all over the place. I don't worry too much about the peacock sort of look until I get up here. Once I get up to where his bangs are, that's when I usually start trying to do the whole feathered up. Did I call it a peacock? I don't know. It's very bird-like, okay? And this is just literally kind of the pattern that I do. One flick up, and then the other will connect down. But it definitely is something that comes with practice, because even now I don't get it right. Like, that's too straight. I don't like that. But, and it comes out different every time. And again, I tell myself, this is literal bedhead. So it doesn't have to look super consistent, as long as the general pieces are right. I don't know. That's just what I tell myself to not stress over it. But, yep, so I literally, then I bring it down to connect with that part right there, and then I include this little piece. Oop. But yeah, so that is basically how I draw Kuroo's hair, and then I will usually use the blur, and I'll blur out the edges a little bit if I feel like it, if they don't look, I don't know. I'll do fancy stuff if I feel like it, but that's essentially how I draw Kuroo's hair, and I don't know, I color it different every time because I don't draw Kuroo that often anymore, sadly, but yeah. Then there I just literally added dark brown and I colored the line art because I got a little lazy. Oops. But there you go. I hope that was somewhat helpful. If not, I'm sorry. But thanks for watching.